You are starting to realize that when two souls come together in a relationship, it does not have to be physical for you to manifest what you want to manifest into reality. This is a quick message. Chosen one from the universe. Chosen one. Man, this matrix is diabolical as a motherfucker. This is a diabolical ass construct. But when we understand that we are souls and we are not our bodies, and we understand that souls are rare in this reality. The majority of this reality are just walking around on autopilot, running synthetic consciousness. You start to realize how much power you have. Well, chosen one, you found yourself in these crazy situations, and you are starting to understand, understand, and overstand that these situations that you found yourself in are just a part of the actual construct running. But when you find yourself in these situations, a lot of y'all ran into soulmates, twin flames, actual mirrors of you and other souls that you know outside of this reality. And the crazy thing about it, and why I say that this matrix is diabolical, is because a lot of these individuals that you met and made these connections where, because chosen one, it's very rare when you look somebody in the eyes and you know, like, I'm familiar with this person or familiar with this soul, and this has happened to you in the midst of danger, in the midst of a lot of shit that you was going through, chosen one. This is how diabolical this matrix is, because the matrix does not want two souls to connect. They don't want to. You have soulmates, you have twin flame, then you have your divine connection. A lot of y'all ran into y'all divine connection, which could have been your soulmate, whoever, right? A twin flame, whatever, right? But a lot of you, that was the first experience that you ever experienced something. Like we often hear when you meet your twin flame or your soulmate or whatever, right? And we often hear about this, and specifically twin flames as well, right? Because this is the most rarest form or connection that there is in the whole sim. And so a lot of you, you know, y'all met y'all twin flames in the midst of the whole bullshit, in the midst of the relationship with the honey trap, in the midst of, you know, and who am I to say some of y'all twin flames may be a honey trap, but you met your twin flame in these crazy situations, chosen one. And the thing that makes it diabolical is because the position or the actual the way the shit was set up, right? And it's a word I'm looking for, but I can't say it right now. But the actual position of the actual relationship that you were both, or the circumstances that you were both in, you couldn't act on it in a physical way. You couldn't be with this person, and so it was like a lot of puzzle piecing, a lot of chat. A lot of y'all got mad at yourselves and your twin flames as well, because of how you were feeling about a specific person, where you ain't understanding. You was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong? What the fuck? I can't like this person. I can't like that bitch. And this is a lot of anger that you, and resentment that you built up in yourself and for the other individual, because it's like, yo, why the fuck you come around me making me think all this crazy shit, right? And after you went through that or whatever, you start to come to the realizations of, yo, this is not something that I've done. This was a natural thing that was brought on. This was a purpose for me to do it. See, a lot of y'all don't realize a lot of the reason why you even ended up in that position. And this is what we always say, what the enemy wants for your bad always turn out to be your good, chosen one. Is how special you are. But a lot of reason why you even went and met in these positions where it made it seem like you was doing it for a certain reason, it was to make that connection with your twin flame or your divine union. It was to even see them or get to experience that energy. A lot of that shit, bro, y'all don't understand. When two souls come together that are coded for each other, this shit breaks down the matrix. But we are stuck in this physical realm. What we don't understand is when you make these connections and both of y'all come to the realization of, yo, this is really what it is. This person is really the mirror of me, or this person is really my divine connection. Regardless if you are physically with these people, with this person, as long as y'all are on the same frequency and have the same understanding and being able to make that connection, you will start to literally see your life go up just from that. This is how powerful. This is why this reality doesn't want you with your twin flame, or doesn't, and it's always a crazy circumstance that come behind with it, or doesn't want you with your divine connection. It's always a crazy circumstance, because this reality understands that when y'all two get together and y'all realize just that understanding is enough to start breaking down the layers of this matrix. See, a lot of y'all have came into your twin flame lives or your divine connection lives, and you woke them up, and now they see the world for what it is. And a lot of y'all have, you might not physically be talking or whatever, but the thing about souls, you develop a way, and it's like that telepathic connection or that timing is just there. And just for y'all to have that connection, you are literally starting to see things move and go up in your life on both ends. You are literally starting to break through. The deeper that bond and that connections get, the more things that are going to pull through for the both of y'all. You are starting to realize that you don't have to, as a soul, you don't have to physically be in a relationship in this reality for y'all to level up, or for y'all to have that love for one another. It's not even about the physical. Just connecting on a soul level, and that having that understanding and having a way to connect any way that you do, that is breaking down the fucking matrix, chat. And a lot of y'all are starting to see that. You might be yearning for your specific person, and that person may be yearning for you. But as long as you guys are on the same page frequency wise, and y'all have that understanding, until that physical time comes, y'all gonna keep going up, bro. It's only a matter of time, because once the connection is made and once souls recognize one another, this physical can only do so much to keep you away. There's only is in a matter of time, your divine connection or your twin flame, they'll be back, because that needing and that wanting for you, in the same way you feel that, they feel that too. That shit gets deep. You met your divine connection in the midst of bullshit, and you were able to connect, not on a physical level, but on a soul level. And now you are starting to see things fall into place for you and them.